Peter, let's start off with obviously the big thing. It's the new gym. Well, how's things changed for you since you've been here?
Yeah, Hayden, things have like really transformed in a big way. New terrain, my guys getting their minds around. Like, we're so familiar about our environment we had. It was very private, different type of method of training there. We get a lot of distractions, but I try the hours where there's less distraction, so my fighters can stay in the zone. It's very easy to have a gym full of people hovering around, and I like to be focused, get my guys focused, less things happening around them. So yeah, it's a great transformation, I think, in the sense of a bigger kind of opportunity, in the sense of what I was doing. My mindset has just been to the basics of having my gym and more zone to the pro fighters. Yeah, it's a little bit more business orientated and more, very much all in the fighters, but for me, but yet alone I've got staff, I've got, other trainers, so I've got to deal with all those other things, which is easy work because it's been my life, But great, positive, looking forward to it.
I'm going to go through each fighter one by one. We'll start off with Markram. How's his preparations gone for this fight?
Yeah, Michael's doing well. He's really, technique-wise, changing to where I want him. We on the last fight we tried an orthodox style because I didn't believe he was southpaw. I kind of saw things that I didn't like in his southpaw position. But I said to him, if you make the transition, it's going to stay, to get used to it. And I think mentally on the last fight, what we did there was a little bit of I wouldn't call it a stupid move because it was a title fight, but we were working on it for some time. So I hate him where I hate him, but I think, he wasn't the kind of no excuses. I mean, it was a great fight for both the guys. He was ill before the fight and things happened. So I never really got the true orthodox style in him. And I think, we've come back to switching back to southpaw, and we're going to take it from there. And I'm happy with the way he's going. He's developing in a big way. And he's going to be my next major project that I'm transforming and moving into championship level. So he's working hard. I've got, iron sharpens iron. The boys are all in the same cut, working hard and really working on perfection.
Next up, we have Keaton Gomes. Same question. How's his preparation and how's he coming along?
Keaton, great. Keaton's, he's a hard worker, and I don't have to worry too much about, have you done this, have you done that. He's really transforming in a big way. And he's still young, his time's going to come. Most of these guys come from these amateur backgrounds, but they don't develop and they get stuck into bad habits. Sometimes I like somebody raw, so I can ground them into my skills and conditioning and my plans for the fight so they respond better. Keaton's really switching on. I mean, he's a smart guy. Sometimes it takes a smart fighter to become a good fighter. It's not all about brawn and how strong you are. It's about how smart you are. And I'm excited for him, It's a good fight. I think it's a good. I'm going to give it to his opponent. He's a worthy opponent. He's not going to be a mug in the ring. And he's there to win. He's got a willing. I like his attitude about. He's got a winning attitude, and you know what? He's got a good trainer. It's going to be a good night. I think for Keaton, he's going to do wonders. I think the higher the challenge for him, the more. I know I can't speak for his opponent, but I know Keaton. Keaton's one angry kid. So I tell you what, with that all transforming with his skills and his development, I think everything's going to knit together, and he's going to be a danger in the future.
Okay, and then obviously Kevin Lerena's got another big world title defense. just I can't even. The numbers are running. I don't even know which defense it is. What do you think about his preparation for the fight and just him going forward now?
Great. Kevin's been moving forward, marching forward, and his mental state is great. I like where he is now. You know, he knows what he's doing, what he wants. You know, so we're on that level together where we correspond with each other in such a easy manner. You know, it's the development stages that are the hardest, because what a trainer wants out of his fighter, he can't get unless it sometimes takes longer to nurture things into a man to become a molded champion. And you know, Kevin's time it's arrived, and this is a strong man. He's a tough man. He comes to fight. He's not a guy who knows how to fight backwards, so he's going to come forward. He's a force to be reckoned with, and we're going to be on our game. We're ready for the night. I can't wait. I'm actually getting excited because, you know, after this fight, we're not looking past this fight. Firstly, we know what's to come after this fight, and you know, you see Junior doing well. There's some names out there like that, Junior. There's other big contenders on the waiting list, and you know, Kevin's now being spoken about. You know, and before, I don't think really anybody really cared up until this point. He's done some wonders in the game, and you see Lawrence Laconi. He's been talking about Kevin. So on a global scale, I mean, when you start hitting the European market for cruiserweight, it's big. Cruiserweight is like massive in Europe. You know, the Usaks, and
it's a happening division actually at the moment.
It's really, it's a stunning division, and it's really becoming a very strong money division because of the names that are carried in the division. So I'm excited. Kevin's on his game. He's gonna do wonders.
Now, moving on to a performance that happened, I think a lot of people would have been shocked, and not yourself, not Rowan, because you guys obviously prepared for the fight, knowing what's happening behind the scenes. I think a lot of people were shocked at the manner in which Rowan. I don't think many people were shocked that it was more of a 50-50, but just the manner in which it happened. Talk us through Rowan Campbell's performance.
Yeah, that's an easy one, Hayden, because you know what? It's what we trained for, and it's nothing. I was happy and overwhelmed about how he did it. It wasn't about the victory, because the victory I knew, we knew what we were going to do. And I know Rowan was a bit nervous for the fight as far as a step up in level, no amateur background, his 11th pro fight. And I stress that because that's a huge accomplishment, what he did. And, you know, Rowan was confident what he did here, but it was to put the plan into what happened that night. And what made me more excited was how he did it. And that's what really got me overwhelmed and like really excited about the fight. So I knew if he could do it like that, there's a place for him in boxing. That was the big cross, the road to cross, basically.
And in terms of your ambitions, and do you have any sort of new boxes you want to bring in, or is it like a quality over quantity type?
You know what, Hayden? I don't know if I can say this right, but I think I'm the only trainer that I know that has developed two guys from no background in boxing into championship. I think now I don't really worry how good a fighter is. I look for two assets, and if they can bring me that, I'll do the rest. And I've got that in my gym. Do I want more fighters? Not necessarily. I think maybe kind of looking at maybe if I had to include somebody in my environment, it'd be more that their character and their personalities could get on with everyone, and we're on the same level. Because right now I got all my fighters, we switched on the same level. We have fun days in training. We don't have it like somebody's dragging us down or that's the environment I need. It's more than my environment than anything else. But yeah, you know what? I wouldn't mind a heavyweight in such a way. Somebody that could be like really somebody that could be a contender in the world heavyweight, the way heavyweight boxing is going.
Yeah.
I think that's my focus, where I'd want to see myself. And that could be happening soon.
I was going to ask you now, Peter, because obviously you said that the team gels. I was going to ask you, the chemistry from the beginning, has it always been good? Obviously you don't want a rotten apple joining a group and sort of spoiling everything. But I mean, now do the guys just getting on with their business, and are they a team? Because some gyms have individuals that train together, and some teams have a team that comes together. What is it in your gym?
I've had all that. I've had the single out guys. I've had characters of different views of life and different how they. My guys can tell you. It's like we can write a book here about some of the stuff that happened, but it was all in good. All in good. I mean, what I always say this: what's going to stick around me and my environment, it's going to stick because we're alike in many ways. But it's never going to be able to stick with the environment if it's different character or different mindset or different ego. You see, I'm very much driven on different values, put it that way, and I think that makes a big difference also in your environments. You always have some guys that'll pull the team down, or not necessarily pull the team down because they won't last, but I think it's just about everyone gets on and everyone's encouraging each other. That's a big motivational thing. That you got that. It's easier in soccer, rugby, and that because of that environment you're in. You like encourage each other, and this team you got out together. Boxing is a very lonely sport, but yet alone it makes it easier when you got that environment around you that's as supportive with you when you're going into your fights.
I mean, do you ever have guys approaching you saying, "Can I join the gym?" and you've had to turn them down?
Oh yes, many a times. Not because I wanted to a lot of the times. I wanted to give a lot of guys a chance, but my time is very. I take my time very valuable to me. I don't want to sit here wasting my time on somebody that's going to actually waste my time. Where you giving them all you got. And I've had a couple of those characters. You give them all you got, and before you know it, behind your back, you got 10 knives in your back. Me, I'm a type of person. I don't want to have a contract with a fighter because I want to have that trust. I want to have integrity. I want to have honesty. I want to have loyalty. Those are values I look at. But if I have to keep looking on my back, what's this guy's next move? And you raise these guys to the top, and all of a sudden you spending the hard hours, and they forget. And this guy, when he's on top, forgets about where it all came from. Then you say to yourself, dude, that's it's like. And I'm not I don't need credentials. I'm not this type of guy. I don't worry who wins box of this. Long as my guys are doing well, my team's doing well. That's what makes my work easier. And that's what I look for. That's the qualities I look for. So I've had a lot of guys like that. I've had guys in my gym like that, and they're good guys, eh? I wouldn't cut them down in any way because that's their values, and their values didn't fit my values.
Yeah.
And I wish them well on their journey, but I told them to leave because loyalty, honesty, integrity are my values, and that's how I work.
So going forward, if any boxer actually wanted to say, "Hey, Peter, listen," it doesn't, as you said, you take them from the ground up.
Yeah.
How do you approach that situation? Do you judge them on their character as they walk through the door?
It's funny. Boxing, boxers are. I've been in this game all my life. I mean, I didn't have a job 9 to 5. I mean, that's all I did. I mean, as a pro fighter, I think the only sub jobs I had when I was living in America fighting there were like construction, just to get by, to support my finance. Because there, it's almost impossible overseas to get a sponsor I think we get a lot more support as sponsorship. In America, there's so many, so they don't worry about it. Sponsors don't worry about it unless you like top level, top. But you got to be extremely good for them to come on board. And you know, there's so many fighters out there in America. When you walk in there, I remember losing the world title, and I walked in there and I thought somehow I'll be recognized in boxing. You're just a number. You walk in, nobody gives a toot about you. So you got to earn your way in those places. And you know, the first thing is gym wars. You know, you earn the respect in the gym, and then when you finally find the respect in the gym, you still got to earn your respect in the fight game. So there's different levels of earning overseas. Yeah, in South Africa, I say to a lot of fighters, they make a mistake when they're thinking about overseas. The only problem we have here is maybe building guys' careers faster and more variety. I agree on that. But sometimes leaving, packing up here, you're not an American, you're not British, you're not European or Australian. You're the last of the batch that they're going to look at, and you got to be really something unique and special to make money. And all these guys overseas saying they're making money, they're making nothing. Trust me, because to make it, you need to get a HBO pay-per-view. I don't think HBO is there anymore. No. It's pay-per-views, like channels.
DAZN,
yeah, Scars, yeah, exactly. So that's when you make money. And if you can't, until then, anybody telling me they're fighting overseas and they're making money now finally because they're not making like they were, yeah, bullshit. Excuse the French, but bullshit. Yeah. Because to make it there, to earn the money that they're supposed to be talking, you got to be special.
I noticed something while we were actually doing the interview here, and it's like your gym at home, the green walls. Is that your favorite color?
I love the green. It's like an energy color to me.
Okay.
I love green. It's actually, this Lumo green has actually become like one of my favorite colors in the recently. Before it was blue.
Okay.
But I couldn't, in the gym I tried it before, it never really matched. And I'm not the red zone. I'm in that red color. I know it's in the Virgin. We had it in my old gym, and we had it in this gym, and it was just different to me. I enjoy the color green, and the green, black, and white suits me as far as my brand. So that's pretty much my brand. What I look at, it is my favorite colors. You know,
it gives like a nice earthly feel to the place as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, just lastly, do you want to give a message to anybody?
Well, you know what? I just want to thank everybody, supporting boxing in South Africa, and supporting my fighters, and we all understand, that there are fans of different, backing other people, and so even although some fans even doubted my fighters in their careers and all, it's great because that's what makes sport. If it wasn't for you fans doing that for us, sport wouldn't be what it is.
It would be boring.
Yeah, it would be totally boring. So the excitement and, just like the encouragement they actually give from a negative to positive, it works both ways. And you know what also, I just want to say big thanks to all the sponsors that always back our fighters, back the gym. I've got Nile Dutch, Sizazani, I've got all these guys, My Fitness, being so good behind me and really making my gym. They've got the best gym equipment out there, I'll be honest, and I'm not selling it, I'm telling it. These guys have been all great, and thank you to everyone, in boxing and all the supporters, and Emperor's Palace, 21st coming up. Let's do it.